Hey, good evening, guys. It's time for Bollocks this evening. And in case you didn't know, we are in the
Bozar Ford Studio.
Don't have that camera on because there's no Lenny right here. He's gone. He's gone. I don't know.
Not like that gone.
He's gone. No, he's not gone. He's not gone. That's the sign for dead, by the way. He's just not with us tonight. So it's Blake and I in the studio tonight. We're going to have a 10-minute cutoff of the show because I got to get to a concert tonight. And Blake and I are going to run through a lot of cool stuff. But before we do that, and we do have some breaking news on some traffic stuff. So, but first we got to pay some bills. For over 75 years, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been a trusted name in St. Augustine, built on family values, honesty, and doing things the right way. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, no surprise pricing, and the Drive Happy guarantee, Bozard makes car buying simple and stress-free. That's the Bozard difference. Their state-of-the-art facility features 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment maintenance, and over 40 mobile service vans to serve at your convenience. Just off I-95 and State Road 16, Bozard Ford Lincoln, they're driven to inspire.
All right, thank you, Dad, there. Eat, drink, and be Irish at Meehan's Irish Pub, right on the waterfront in historic St. Augustine. A favorite for locals and visitors alike. Meehan serves up traditional Irish classics like corned beef and cabbage, fish and chips, and shepherd's pie, alongside fresh local seafood and a full wild bar. Enjoy a pint in the cozy pub, dine upstairs at Johnny's Oyster Bar with views of the Matanzas River, or relax in the backyard with tropical vibes. The pints are cold and the welcome's always warm, only at Meehan's.
All right, A.D. Davis Construction. When quality and experience matter, trust A.D. Davis Construction. With over 72 years of combined experience, A.D. Davis specializes in high-end residential homes, commercial construction, renovations, and historic restorations throughout Northeast Florida. Their team is built on integrity, craftsmanship, and relationships, so much so that over 85% of their work comes from repeat clients. From concept to completion, A.D. Davis delivers results you can trust. A.D. Davis Construction, where your vision meets their legacy of excellence. Now we have other sponsors that are equally as important. We have a St. Augustine Distillery with Citygate Spirits. Ooh, you saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right. Did I just have a flashback, or did that really happen? It really happened, right?
That really happened.
Okay. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, St. Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick, Synergy Power Solutions, Abear Kresge and Associates, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys because we couldn't do it without you. Blake, now we got some breaking news out there on I-95. Were you able to find the video of that?
Yes. So first off, here's what happened on 207, just a little bit south of the 207 off ramp. We do have a car swerved off to the left guardrail, then they clipped to the right guardrail.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And
okay.
But looks like there was a police investigation with this as well. So we're not sure if this was caused by a chase.
Okay.
Let's see. There was a statement here. Yeah, so just before 4 p.m., St. Johns County Sheriff's Office located a stolen vehicle in the area of State Road 16 and I-95. Traffic stop was attempted. The suspect intentionally struck an SJSO vehicle and fled. A pursuit began on southbound on I-95, and the suspect did crash at mile marker 311. There was no threat to the public, but there is a large presence there. Now, this was the original traffic camera that they sent to us. Mm-hmm. That they posted on their Facebook page, and let me go back here to the traffic camera right now. And
see what we got. Oh my gosh!
So, but thankfully they are getting off. So it looks like all the people that were stuck at in like the space between the off ramp and where the incident happened, it looks like they were able to get off. So now all the traffic is just being diverted off of 207.
That is some bad stuff. So, and that is that southbound or northbound?
That is southbound. So
that's southbound on I-95, and they're getting off at 207 or 206. Where's
207.
That one at? So if you're north of us, listening to us right now, get off I-95. Before you get to even State Road as soon as you can. So if you're heading southbound. So if you're going from Jacksonville to Palm Coast and you got your ears on, I suggest you get off as soon as possible and avoid that.
Let me try to find a different camera real quick here, because I'm looking at mile marker 318, which is actually north, which is actually near State Road 16. Trying to see how bad that traffic is, like to see like if there's a bunch of people trying to get off. I'm trying to find that camera right now.
Yeah, see if you can find that one, and we'll come back to it.
I got it.
All right, so you got it?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's see what we got.
So here's a line of people trying to get off at 16.
Well, it's still some moving. Those poor people in that
They need to get
left
over.
lane, they have no idea. They have no idea what they're running into. Now, see, that guy in that truck should have known. The guys on the radio are telling him, hey, you need to get off. Get off here. Yeah, so that's too bad. I'm sorry. Hopefully that doesn't affect people going to the concert tonight.
Yeah, that's
With the traffic coming out of Jacksonville, that could be a problem. So, all right. You know what? I'm going to text a friend and tell him to stay off I-95.
yeah. That's the best thing to do right now. Is tell everyone possible right now. This is a PSA from the 914 now. Please stay off I-95 for a bit. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. So I got to let him know because he's coming down. It's Steve and Tony from Trivia Nation are coming down to go to the concert.
Oh, guy, this is mile marker 312. So just past.
Wow.
So this is 6 miles south of State Road 16 exit.
Oh my gosh, it's hardly moving at all.
This is like not as bad as Atlanta traffic, but this is bad.
Yeah.
And also, please don't be the a-holes to drive on the shoulders, please.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's lives are important. Yours is not any more important than the next guy. So, yeah. So, all right, Blake, I appreciate that. And let those wreckers get through there, too. That's the other thing. So, yeah, we'll check back in. Us do a timer where we check back in at like 5:30. How about that, Blake?
You got it.
Okay.
But there's one camera that I just saw here that's kind of important. This is the current state of
that accident and that investigation.
Yes.
So that is between the intersections of 207 there.
Yes. So that's between the off ramp and the on ramp of 207.
So they're getting them off and then bringing them right back on.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not as bad as what the backup's still awful. You can see the backup in the distance on that camera.
Yeah. But I think
and even northbound looks like it's slowing down.
Yeah, but I think what they're going to do is sort of similar to what they did with the stalled semi trailer that impacted Amanda on Monday, which is actually because I don't think there's a good way to get off from 207 to go back straight onto 95 at that intersection. So I believe you had to go back on, you had to go on 207 westbound to make a U-turn at that first left.
You gotta get.
Yeah.
My gosh, that's horrible.
All right, we'll check back in.
Yeah, let's check back in. Let's leave a timer on and check back in at 5:30 and see where that's at because you know which cameras to go to.
Yeah.
All right, Blake, what do you have for today? I have presidents that have went to college, where they went, and presidents that have not went to college, and then I have the history of corrective reading glasses.
All right.
What do you have?
So we could talk about weirdest golf accessories that you can find on the internet, or that you used to find on the internet, and then we could also talk about our thoughts on round one of the Masters, or we could play a little bit.
Still too early. Too early with that one.
Still a little bit early, or we could play a game of GeoGuessr.
What's GeoGuessr? Oh, is that where you show the map of the?
Yep.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay.
That is totally a nerdy thing. You and Aiden do that at trivia, and I get completely lost. So,
all right, fair enough.
It's an interesting game when you're really bored. All right. Let's start with presidents.
All right.
Okay. There are 9 U.S. presidents that did not go to university or college, or did not graduate from university or college, they have no secondary degree. All right. The last one that did not have a degree was Harry S. Truman. So in the 50s, 40s and 50s. So he last time he was president was like in 52. At the beginning of 53. But take a guess on where the most presidents have graduated from, Blake.
Ooh. Now, like actual academy. So does it have to be like an actual? Because my mind's thinking like Army or Navy, somewhere like a military academy. Is
Okay, and I do have those. All right. And believe it or not, there's only 2 that have graduated from West Point,
Okay.
and 1 that graduated from Annapolis, from the
Navy.
Naval Academy.
Okay, so
no Air Force. Sorry, Bobby. No
Okay.
Air Force presidents yet.
Then my guess is going to be Harvard is my pick.
Harvard is the correct answer, and there are 8 presidents that graduated from Harvard. And Yale is next on that list.
Okay.
All right. There were 3 that went to Columbia, but those 3 eventually transferred and got their degree from either Harvard or Yale. Okay. And 2 at Princeton, and our current president now is University of Pennsylvania. What is it?
The Warren School of Finance.
Yeah. So, so I found that very interesting. The presidents that are considered some of the top presidents we've ever had. I mean, who would be your top 3 presidents that you would pick, Blake?
The smartest presidents?
No, the top 3 presidents that you think made the biggest difference in our country.
Well, I'm probably going to say, but definitely George Washington has to be up there for being number 1. Personally, for me, and being like the first leader of the country, so that's definitely has to be up there. Another one I'm got to say is Teddy Theodore Roosevelt's number 2 up there, and then FDR for guiding us through the wartime.
Okay. Teddy and FDR are the 2 that transferred. They were at Columbia and then they transferred to Harvard. So, so those two transferred there. So, George Washington had no degree. He did have a license in surveying. All right. George W. Bush got his undergrad he got his MBA at Harvard and went to Yale. He's one of the few that went to both. George W., not George H.W. He only went to Yale. All right. But Theodore and Franklin Roosevelt actually went to Harvard and then transferred to Columbia for law. All right. Get that? Barack Obama went to Columbia and then transferred to Harvard for his law degree. So the Roosevelts went one way, Barack went the other way. Does that make sense? Are you with me? All right. So the 2 presidents that I think are the top 2 presidents is George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. I think those 2, and those are 2 of the 9 that didn't have any degree at all. Now Lincoln, he acted as an attorney, and many times was a great orator and stuff like that, but he had no formal college education. All right. The other ones were Andrew Jackson, military guy, kind of just rough and through it. Martin Van Buren, 2 of the 4 Whig presidents didn't have college degrees, and that was Zachary Taylor and Millard Fillmore. And Andrew Johnson, who immediately followed Lincoln, first president to get go through impeachment. Probably not one of our better presidents. And then Grover Cleveland. He was the first president to be president, got voted out, became president again. Now Donald Trump's done that. So those are 9 that have not had a college degree in any way, shape, or form. I thought there was going to be more military when I did the research. There's only 3 presidents that went to military academies. And like I said, that was Ulysses S. Grant, Eisenhower, and Jimmy Carter. So I found that to be very interesting. I expected the earlier presidents to not have college degrees, but surprisingly, many of them did. Like John Adams and John Quincy Adams, they both went to Harvard. Madison went to Princeton. So there was a lot of them that went like University of Virginia and stuff like that. So, so it was really an interesting read. And if you have any questions of where certain ones went, just let me know. Eisenhower was a West Point guy. One of the interesting ones on the president's side is Andrew Jackson qualified as a lawyer before law schools, and he went through an apprentice system. So he also acted as a lawyer in his role when he did that. So I don't know if it has that. I don't see it breaking down that way. The only person who went to Duke was Richard Nixon. Georgetown was Lyndon Johnson. Franklin Pierce went to Northampton Law School. Now, Gerald Ford went to Michigan for law school, and that's where he got drafted off the University of Michigan's football team. Joe Biden went to Syracuse. William Howard Taft went to Cincinnati College of Law. And Woodrow Wilson, I think he wasn't the president of Princeton. That was Calvin Coolidge, wasn't it? So, no, it was just a very interesting read. The only one who went to medical school. Now, this is an irony I did not know. Okay. The only one who went to medical school was William Henry Harrison. And then he did withdraw from that at University of Pennsylvania, and he graduated. He didn't stay in the medical school. But you know what got William Henry Harrison? They questioned like his manhood during like the campaign, and he didn't wear an overcoat, and he gave the longest inaugural speech, and he caught pneumonia, and he died like 29 days later. So you'd think a guy who was smart enough to get into medical school would have put on an overcoat. So, all right. The other one, it looks like the only one with a PhD from Johns Hopkins is Woodrow Wilson. So these guys went all over the country, a lot of different places. So let's see here, U.S. Military Academy. Yep. So that was that. Only one has went to Stanford. I think we're going to have more of those. And that was Herbert Hoover. So, all right. So, and some of these went to small colleges. Harding went to Ohio Central College. University of Mount Union was McKinley. Miami of Ohio, Benjamin Harrison, William's grandson. So some of these, I think Reagan went to Eureka in Illinois. He played on the football team there. So I found it very interesting. JFK, he was a Harvard guy. I saw Barbara Jean. Jimmy Carter went to the Naval Academy, and Trump went to University of Pennsylvania, the School of Economics at University of Pennsylvania. So 3 of them went to William Mary. So including Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, and John Tyler. So, all right. Well, that was fun. All right. I also have a list of some billionaires that kind of didn't get degrees. We talked about that a little bit, but I don't think I want to get to that. What was your topic, Blake?
So my main topic was talking about some of the most interesting golf accessories that you can have on the golf courses, because since this weekend is Masters weekend, I wanted to see what's the weird stuff out there that you can purchase possibly at Dick's Sporting Goods or maybe just somewhere on Amazon. So
just golf accessories.
Yes.
Like strange golf accessories.
Yes, there are some strange ones out there. So
all right, I can tell you one of the technologies that's changed a lot since I've been playing golf is the little
the rangefinder.
Rangefinders.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to have those.
Yeah,
and the thing is I'm not a great golfer, but I'm better than a lot of people that have those. And the fact that they think that because they have that, it makes them a better golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. You still got to hit the ball. So.
Yeah, but in case you're wondering what a rangefinder looks like, so this is what like the inside of like a standard rangefinder looks like. It basically helps track you the distance from where you are with the ball to where the flag pin is. Mm-hmm. So don't know why my words aren't working right today. So my apologies there. But yeah, so but that's one of the normalized accessories that we have in golf, right?
Yeah, now. that one's typical. People they think it's really cool. They put the magnet right on their cart and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, dude, that doesn't help you.
And then actually,
you still suck.
And actually, yeah. I believe there are some rangefinders in the golf carts themselves.
At a lot of courses, yeah. They are. I mean, I remember at the LPGA, they were one of the first ones that had that down in Daytona. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but however, the big thing is, it doesn't matter how many accessories you have, as long as your form is good, it works. So
you got to be consistent enough.
But this leads me to my first accessory, which is the golf swing shirt, which helps you improve your arm form.
Keeps your arms from flying out.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I got that. That one makes sense, but it only can be used on the range.
Yeah, true.
You can't legally use that on the course, nor would you want to.
No, because
that'd be a miserable 4.5 hours.
Yeah, because I actually remember someone had like a swing aid at like the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Like he was an amateur, but he got disqualified from the amateur tournament side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe he was actually playing with Phil Mickelson at the time as well. So. That was like.
Was it like a businessman or something?
Yeah,
that'd suck. I'd love to play in a pro-am like that. That would be a lot of fun. Like playing one of these celebrity pro-ams, and get to play with the really good guys, and then get kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah. But that's not to ask. How good is your putting?
My putting's awful.
Yeah.
I actually would be a very good golfer if I could putt.
All right.
I'm just I'm a terrible putter. So.
All right. Do you want to get the Ghost Brick putter?
Well, I have what's called the heavy putter. So my putter is probably 10 ounces heavier. I mean, it almost weighs a pound than the average putter. Mm-hmm. Because I had the yips so bad. And what the yips are is when you go into putt, you're supposed to use your big muscles. In most sports, when you start using your smaller muscles, like you're flexing your wrists and stuff like that, it makes for inconsistency. Mm-hmm. So but that first swing thing was to kind of keep you using your big muscles. But in putting, it's real important to use the big muscles. And yeah, so yeah, that one looks similar to what my putter is. So.
Yeah, but this actually has a translucent head, so you can actually and with it being a heavy putter as well, you can actually stand behind the ball. You can actually just put your putter down, like and just stand straight up, and then just look at just where the line's going much better.
And then you walk up to it.
Yep.
Okay, I got it. All right, makes sense.
Yeah. So would that be a possible accessory in the future?
No, I'm happy with my terrible putting ability. I play like 3 times a year. So.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if you know this, but I have a morning show.
I understand.
Yeah, and I don't play golf in the afternoon. It's too freaking hot. So.
Yeah. So
all right, what's our next one?
All right, next accessory is. Do you often go for like gimmick tees, like what? As well?
I mean, I have a naked lady tee.
That was gonna be my next one.
I have that one.
Nah, dang. Yeah. So, but these are the new tees.
Mm-hmm.
The gimmick tees that they can place on that they can put in the tee box, and then they hopefully hit a 8 on the par 3.
Yeah. No, I have that exact tee. So in my bag right now. I had someone gave me I might have won it at a golf tournament, like a thing of 3 of those.
Yeah.
So, and I only have 1 left. So.
All right.
What's the next one?
So next video I have is have you ever landed in like a bad rough and it was like, man, I wish I can trim the grass in front of my ball right now?
Well, that's not legal. But let me see this.
No, it is not legal, but you can do it with the Big Daddy Driver Weed Whacker.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so it is illegal. So USGA will absolutely not accept that. So, but yeah, so.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, just use your foot wedge.
True. Yeah. So, but hey, so I mean, it could definitely improve your lie to help to. But
Yeah,
you still,
at that point, you just move the ball.
yeah, but
I mean, you're gonna cheat. Go ahead and just cheat.
but he's still probably gonna lay up with the way you're swinging, though.
It depends where you're at. Yeah.
True. All right. Next, next thing I want to show you is, have you ever been on the golf course and thought to yourself, man, I and instead of my driver, I wish I had a slingshot.
Okay. Let me see this one.
Well, now you can with the revolutionary Drudder.
Okay.
It is.
How do you use it? I don't understand. You just fling it back?
It's really like a slingshot. Oh, dang.
Wow.
It's insane, but it also has a putter as well at the bottom as well. So when you're done, when you're done, you using your driver slingshot, your 8-wood slingshot, 8-iron slingshot, your pitching wedge slingshot.
You can change the height of it.
Yep.
Okay. That actually looks like that would be a fun way to play, like a par 3 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
I mean, that would be a fun way to play. Like, there's some guys who have a podcast. They go out there and they play with different types. Like they'll play with a shovel and a baseball bat.
Oh yeah,
and like a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they'll play their game like that. So
yeah.
No, that'd be actually a fun one to do.
Yeah. All right. And my last mention that my last accessory for you is what real quick story time. Did you have a good story of you almost needing to use the restroom while at the golf course, and have you ever been caught at the golf course?
I've been peeing in the woods and the cart girl's driven up before. Yeah, a little awkward.
All right.
So let's see what you got.
Now, this has been out for a while, but there is a Euro Club.
Okay, that's weird.
It is.
That is weird.
Yeah, so there's a fake. So you could put a fake driver in your bag, where
you can just pee in that. What do you do? I mean, you carry that around with you. What if it opens up in your bag? That sounds like a horrible. That one's the worst accessory you've given so far. I like the slingshot one. The slingshot one I think would be fun.
Yeah, But so that's definitely one you probably shouldn't have in your bag. As that's our 904 now official endorsement. Please do not have this in your bag.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. But all right. So that was the golf accessory shopping section. So you definitely say the slingshot's your favorite.
Slingshot would be my favorite. I think I would like to play with that, like on a up at the Palm Valley course or something like that. They got a couple holes that I think that would be fun to play with.
Yeah,
and we'll get with Chris and see if we can find that.
Yeah, and plus also doing the top tracer as well. Sees the top tracer that they have as well. See how far the driver can go on that slingshot. That'll be cool to see.
Yeah. So no, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, okay, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. All right. Eyeglasses.
Yes.
I wear reading glasses. So I was thinking, when did humans first start wearing glasses, or spectacles is what they were called? And it originated in Italy. It was either most likely in Pisa or in Venice around 1286 to 1290. Okay, 1286 to 1290. The earliest spectacles were convex glass lenses, and they were set into bone, metal, or leather frames, and helped older adults like myself or monks with farsightedness in reading, often called reading stones. We don't know who the inventor was. Some of the precursors to that was ancient Romans used globes of water and polished gems like emeralds to magnify text. In the 13th century, that's when this came into play with the spectacles, and they were sometimes called rivet spectacles, designed to rest on your nose, and they lacked the templates. What the heck are they doing? I got to.
Do you have an app playing right now, or
No, it's my group with the guys from work.
yeah? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I got to tell them to shut up.
Yeah, but well, that's going on right now. It is 5:30, so
Yeah, let's check the traffic.
So right now this is Mario Market 318 right now. But looks like there is a heavy backup at Mario Market 320 and 323. It's going southbound as well because it looks like a bunch of people are trying to get into the far right lane there. So, but unfortunately, some unfortunate souls are now going to have to go into the traffic at because the next exit is 207. So, yeah. So let me try and find your camera back there of Mario Market 310 real quick. So you can see the traffic there. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So.
Woo!
And
Wow.
I
Wow.
know. It's insane. I'm gonna try to get you Mario Marker 314 real quick as well for you, and then that's the current state right now at 314.
Gotcha. I wonder. Do you have anything that has US 1? That is. Oh my gosh. Go back to that one.
Like any direct camera that's on US 1.
Yeah. Where is that one at?
That is so FDOT cameras on FL511 only provide cameras for I-95 and parts of 9B as well. So they're the only ones that have cameras for that. They don't have any cameras on US 1 right now. But I can find a map for you real quick. Sure, give me.
Yeah.
Sorry about the. Get your map here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. So this is currently a state of downtown right now. We got.
Okay, so it's looking pretty green.
Yeah, but it's mainly hurting at the intersection right now. But there's a heavy red at US 1 south, going south past.
Past 207.
Yeah, past Castillo. And there's a sea of red just coming down.
Okay.
There's an intersection. Let me go into, and there is a heavy buildup of traffic, just red by the Florida National Guard, Otis Mason School,
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of red coming up eastbound past the county golf course.
Guys, stay off 95.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a big
just
thing.
stay off 95. It looks
Stay-
like it's going to be.
Stay out by
It's going to be a while.
Yeah, the red just going all the way. I'm trying to see. So red stops. So the red keeps going all the way up until Bucky's. So if you are driving south right now from Jacksonville back into St. Johns County,
Yeah.
get off at Bucky's. That's the Bucky's parking lot is.
I feel bad for those guys that are going to this concert tonight that are
Yeah.
coming from Jacksonville,
Yeah.
because a lot of them have no idea because they're not tuning in. They need to know to tune in.
Yeah, and then real quick right now, we do have. I'm trying to see what we got. There is a little bit of yellow and red at the Elks Lodge and the amphitheater right now.
Oh yeah, there should be. So the first act goes on at 6:30. So I'm gonna miss that one for sure. So all right. Did I finish with the spectacles? I didn't.
No, you did not.
Okay.
You were interrupted.
So
by,
in the 14th and 15th century, glasses became common among the clergy and scholars in Europe, spreading to Germany and France, and they were used to treat farsightedness, which is what I have. Hopefully that's not going to another accident. I don't know. You guys can't hear it on air, but we're near the law enforcement sheriff's office there, so we can hear whenever they take off. And in nearsightedness was not addressed until the 15th century in 1451, and that was to correct myopia, which is nearsightedness, and they used concave lenses. All right. And then in the 18th century, in 1727, British obstetrician Edward Scarlett developed temples, which are the side pieces. So they didn't develop these for 500 years. They didn't figure out for 500 years, you know what? It might be better if they hold on to your ears. So, all right. And then in 1784, you might know this name, is when Benjamin Franklin created bifocals. Did I lose you there? Okay, I think I lost Blake. He's still on the traffic stuff. So it was pretty wild. All the different stages of where it was at and the development of glass and where we are today. I use readers. I do have progressive glasses where I can wear, but I don't really like them. I don't like the motion sickness it gives me. So for those people that are out there wearing glasses, and I didn't do a deeper dive into contacts. So I don't know when contacts actually were created. So Blake, let's go back to I-95 again and show the people again that one right there at 207, that intersection.
You got it right here. So yes, so this is the current state of 207 right now.
The one on the right is northbound?
Yes, the one on the right is northbound.
So northbound and southbound are screwed.
Northbound is moving, so there are no lane closures there on northbound. So all three lanes are open. I believe, however, I believe someone was pulled over. It's on the right side there at Florida Highway Patrol, or more than likely, it's just a bunch of people slowing down to see how bad it, to see what the heck's going on.
Yeah, because there's a huge police presence there, and what it was is there was a chase that took place on a stolen vehicle.
Yes, and the person intentionally crashed the vehicle.
So and then they got out and
Yes.
tried to get away.
Yes.
So and there's no threat to
No.
the community right now.
No, because I believe the suspect was arrested at the scene as well.
So he probably crashed, and then all of a sudden his door doesn't open.
Yeah.
So you got to be dumb. You got to be tough.
Indeed.
So it stinks for the guy who got their car stolen and then crashed. So
Yeah. And in case you're wondering, it's and I mentioned earlier, people are trying to get off at State Road 16 as well. This is the current camera at mile marker 321. That's the southbound traffic because a bunch of people are trying to get off at State Road 16. Mm-hmm. So a bunch of people that are trying to zipper merge into the right lane is causing this backup.
and that's at State Road 16 there.
That's actually 3 miles north.
That's 3 miles north. It
Yeah.
starts 3 miles north of State Road 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's some good coverage there, Blake,
Mm-hmm.
for that. All right. The Masters is going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake, how are your guys doing?
I think I flew too close to the sun.
Yeah, you had DeChambeau
John Rahm and Cameron Young.
and Cameron Young.
You had Sky Scheffler, Colin
was doing
Morikawa,
pretty
and,
good.
and Ludwig Goldberg. Julie had Justin Rose, Xander Schauffele, and Matt Fitzpatrick. Lenny had Tommy Fleetwood, Brooks Koepka, and Ben Griffin. And I believe overall right now, I believe it's McIlroy and Sam Burns leading at 500.
They're in the
so far.
clubhouse at 500.
Yeah.
So, and none of us out of 12 picks took McIlroy.
I know.
Wow.
It's insane.
He last year's winner, none of us took him.
I think it's because Lenny spooked us and
Yeah.
and it's saying that because I was there at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, he withdrew he withdrew before the second round because of back spasms.
Yeah, back spasms,
and he wasn't performing well at the Players. So
Yeah.
so yeah, that was like a little bit of a concern for us. It's like
He was sandbagging.
yeah.
So,
That's the thing,
all right, you and I watched this morning before the morning show. 3 greats that started the Masters. Gary Player, who was 90 years old. Jack Nicklaus, who's 86 years old,
86.
and Tom Watson, who's 78.
Yes.
And Jack, arguably the greatest player of all time. I know people say Tiger, but Tiger never caught him. And after Tiger's other troubles and stuff like that, the GOAT goes back to Jack at this point.
Yeah.
But even at 86 and even at 90, Gary Player's in great shape.
Yeah, Gary, like to just seeing Gary Player move at 90 was just incredible, and he actually played in the par 3 contest on Wednesday, and I believe he posted like a +1.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, but boy, it was a 9-hole par 3. So
Yeah, but still, I mean, you're playing par golf at 90. So, and we have our friend who's come in, Oscar. He plays at his age on a regular basis. He plays in the high 70s, and he's 81 or 82. So I mean, that's impressive to me. That would be one of those items that a goal that I'd really like to do. Play your age one time, and I can do that. I can do that right now if we only count 9 holes. So I mean, I can play a 58 9 holes. So
yeah, I wish I could say the same as well, but I definitely think I would act like one of those guys that we saw on YouTube that the world's
worst golfers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
people don't play. I hear people all the time. Well, I can shoot an 85, and I go out and play with them. I was like, no, you can't. But they're just dropping a ball, not taking the penalty when they're not going back to where they should be. When you hit a ball out of bounds, they just drop it close to where it went out of bounds and take no penalty. So, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So,
do you remember what the highest score was in that video?
it was like 238 or something like that.
At Sawgrass, I believe, like 85.
Yeah.
But that was also mainly because because they just kept chucking the balls into near.
One guy shot a 40 on one hole.
Yeah.
So that was part of it. All right, Blake, I want to do this read real quick for the Lincolnville Museum and Cultural Arts Center, and we also want to plug Derek's event. It's only a game at Waterworks. Derek Coughlin, one-man show. It's only a game talking about soccer and World Cup and that comedy show, and that's a $25 ticket at Waterworks on Friday and Saturday night. And this one is at the Lincolnville Museum and Cultural Center. At this, and they're doing. It's presented by David and M. Penny Sylvester. It's Musical Opposites Attract, and he's a saxophonist. David's a saxophonist, and his wife is a classical singer. So one's the jazz, one's the classical, and they kind of mix it all together to put this show together. And this show is at the Lincolnville Museum and Cultural Center, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It's $20 to get in. That's at 102 ML King Avenue in St. Augustine. So we're giving you, don't say there's nothing to do in St. Augustine. You got Dwight Yoakam tonight. You got Derek tomorrow night and Saturday night. You got all kinds of live music downtown. And you got this help, and this helps out the Lincolnville Museum, very wonderful 501c3. So, Blake, I think we need to wrap it up, buddy.
Yeah,
what
sure.
do you think?
But I'm definitely fine with it because you gotta go to a concert tonight. But definitely once again want to say once again if you didn't hear at the tail end of the morning show though, 904 Now Trackside will be returning for and this time it's the big one.
The Indy 500,
the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, so Blake, you're gonna be there. You got media credentials. You're gonna be in the pit. Now, you and I have been to Indianapolis before.
We have
for a NASCAR race. We went there for the Brickyard.
Yeah.
And Menard won that race, right?
Yeah. Well, Menard did win the race, but we didn't get to see it because
we needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
And then we got in our little tiny plane, which was parked around all these jets, and then they all passed us heading back to Charlotte.
Yep.
So, it was not a, I'm glad you're in the infield, but I hope they have cameras where you are monitors where you can see throughout. So
yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys. If you want to sponsor, we do have some sponsors available here on Bollocks. And just reach out to me at troy904now@gmail.com. We appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Bollocks will be back on Monday. And Amanda and I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.